Okay. Welcome to another episode of Over Ask, presented by The Broke Agent, hosted by me, but The Broke Agent is also here today, which is not so good. Anyways, we have a very special guest, Mr. Mike Fulfree. He is star of Netflix, $1 Million Beach House. He is a model. And I mean, if you watch the show, you would know he is a model, still is. I mean, look at him. If our viewers are watching this,
The jawline's ridiculous.
The jawline, handsome as ever, and he a father as well. Pretty new, new on the show. I don't know how long ago you filmed that. So congrats on fatherhood. And yeah, Mike, thanks so much for being here. How's it going?
What's up, you fucking gorgeous people? It is an honor to be on the show. You have no idea how much I look up to you guys. Just from your Instagram is kind of really where it all started, and being in this business and having people like yourselves who are in the business too, it's really cool and be able to relate with people from all over the place. And you guys are personalities like I've never seen. So thank you again for having me on. This is awesome,
man. We're happy. We're just as happy to have you. Like we were saying off air, we watched the show last night.
Not together.
Texting Eric. No, not together. He's in LA. I'm in Toronto.
Yeah.
But I texted him. I was like, "Fuck, this is a really good show." I didn't know what to expect at first. You never know with these, with like the real estate shows. You never know. There's one from Canada that is complete fucking bullshit.
And
this is real. It seems very relatable. Like there's a lot of kind of, it shows the hardships of some like little things that go on in the show. So I like
$35 million Hamptons beach homes is relatable.
No,
we're so relatable to everybody.
No, but the interactions with like
the interactions are 100% relatable.
Super relatable.
Yeah.
So,
the only thing that's different between us and working like with the Up Island guys, we'll call it, right? Or anybody that's in a different market is just
that like
simply
Dan O'Neill.
Yeah, Dan, my boy Dan. He's the Up Island guy.
Okay.
I'm the East End guy. Dan's the Up Island guy. And like what we talk about is the only difference. We all have to deal with the same bullshit when it comes to contracts and everything else. It's just the number. The clients act the same. Like honestly, because I talk to Dan all the time about this. A buyer looking at a $500,000 home busts his chops just as much as a buyer looking for a $10 million with me. It's just all relatable. It's just simply difference in price, but human nature is going to be the same. When someone spends a $500,000, it's the same as someone with a high net worth spending 10 million. It could be the same to them, in what their net worth is and whatever the case may be. So a lot of times you see the same exact behaviors, and you guys capture that perfectly in all the memes and everything that happens. But I see a complete similarity between all real estate markets in some facet.
Totally. I need to know, because we don't get to talk to someone on Netflix every day. So how did this happen? You were a football player first. Were you like real deal, maybe like going to NFL or playing college ball? Like what was your...
So I could have been real deal. I let my kind of my ego get to me. So what kind of happened was I was a big boy. When I met JB, which you'll see in like in episode 1, we pretty much talk about how we met. I mean, I was 15 years old, 6 foot, almost 5, 320 pounds. So like I was just this big
born to
monster dude, right? So I was playing JV as a freshman, and like he came over to me. He was the first kid I met, and then literally just started playing football and like kicking ass. I was really good.
O lineman,
weightlifting, squatting. I was going to all the combines. I'm sorry, Eric.
Were you an O lineman?
Yeah. So I originally started as an O lineman, and then I went to the defense. When I went to the defense is really where I flourished. I was doing really good. I was competing and going to all these different combines and going everywhere, and just really was kind of a psycho. Like I liked violence. Like I enjoyed going against another 300-pound person. So it was pretty crazy. Going into my first game junior year, where we're all together, I break my ankle really bad during practice. And like literally I let that get to me in my head, which I shouldn't have. And when I broke it, I pretty much never recovered fully from it, because the doctors were like, you need to stay out. The coaches wanted me back in like weeks. And when I came back, the confidence just wasn't there. I also lost and started losing a ton of weight because my doctors were like, listen, if you don't make it to the NFL, you're going to be 500 pounds and you're going to die young and you're going to have back problems and knee problems, which I do have anyway still. And, so such little make it, but I still, if I actually wanted to be in the NFL, I would have worked hard to get there because I have the body type. I just kind of gave up on it because I wanted to be healthy. So I lost a ton of weight and got to meet a ton of women and go to Milan and do Dolce Gabbana. So it wasn't a bad trade-off,
Well, yeah.
So did you play football in college and then graduate and then become a model, or what was the timeline with that?
So perfect. So the timeline's pretty crazy. So I don't know if you guys are, well, who can forget the Ed Hardy Christian Audigier days?
Yeah.
Do you remember like all that weird Ed Hardy
Yes.
crap?
Yeah.
So like with like where your shirt would weigh like 60 pounds because of like
The
beads
flames
The
and
and
beat,
diamonds.
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like you just like were like completely shiny. So I actually was just walking in the mall, and this one guy from Ed Hardy, one of the stores that would, they were doing all the Ed Hardy, was like, and by the way, I was walking the mall because my original first job was when I lost all the weight, I would wear no shirt and just jeans in front of Abercrombie and Fitch and be like, hey,
Just
welcome
stand
to
there.
Abercrombie.
Oh,
and
you were
like,
that guy?
and fucking pepper spray someone in the face with the
Yeah,
cologne.
the cologne.
Like, psh, welcome.
Yeah, with that
Welcome.
house music playing in the
Yeah,
background.
it's just like what is going on? There's like 4 moms and they're pissed off at their daughters.
Right.
And then I'm just like spraying this cologne. And then I got off that hellhole job and I was just walking out and he's like, dude, he's like, everybody talks about you in the mall as like this really good looking guy. Like I was chiseled up and I used to be this fat bastard. So I never saw it. So he's just like, you ever done modeling? I'm like, no. So I did some pictures with him, went on a website. Long story short, I pretty much was discovered. I was offered a gigantic contract to go to Italy. I lived in Italy for years. I did every pretty much fashion designer around. So pretty much straight out of high school, I went into modeling and did it for years and
Jeez.
traveled all over the place. And
Wow.
then I got into real estate, which is pretty crazy. So
Yeah,
I've
why
had a
did the
pretty fun
Yeah.
life.
why did the
Yeah.
modeling stop? And then why did you choose, your life in Milan surrounded by women modeling for, Dolce Gabbana or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it wasn't as
To sell
glamorous as you would
houses.
think.
Uh-huh.
So
You
the one
looked
thing about
glamorous. You looked
dude,
fucking glamorous.
yeah, they'll make you look super glamorous, and you're like, you get the paycheck, and you're like 300 euros, but like you
Really?
do get
Yeah.
paid. No, I mean no, there's jobs you get paid well, but the thing is, being a male model, Zoolander does not do it justice. That's not like some of it actually is true the way it is, but a lot of it is the women drive the market, and that's who gets paid the most. Us men, like I would be doing jobs with girls. Candace Swainpool, Victoria's Secret model, Brooke Shields. I worked with in Miami for Vogue, and I find out what they're making. They're making like $150,000 for the day, and you're making $5,000. You're like, damn, like there is a difference in this business for that. So,
Age gap right there. Just
yeah,
kidding.
there's a bit of a so it's like discrepancy in the workplace. In modeling, it is against the male instead of the
Mhm.
female. It's completely different. It was really tough. So, I said, how long am I going to want to say, oh, I'm just this model guy, and that's a great way to pick up chicks and have fun and do whatever you want. But excuse me, at some point I want to look into the future and actually use my talents, which is sales. I knew I was good at sales. I'm great at bullshitting and just like really just going riffing off anything. And I knew it wasn't something I wanted to be in forever. I didn't like I don't really like vanity too much and all that crap. So because I mean I was just this fat kid most of my life. So like I saw the other side of it, getting asking girls out, getting rejected. Like it was terrible. So that whole look at me kind of thing and that high fashion, all that bull crap really didn't mean much to me. It was the relationships that I made and it was fun while it lasted. And as soon as I saw it getting to my head and stuff, I was like, I'm done with this. I got to get out. I got to come back to Long Island and get grounded. But like, I wasn't living in the most glamorous places. I lived in Bovisa. So I had this gypsy lady live literally in my windowsill. So I would sleep at night and this gypsy lady, there was gypsies all over Italy and they would steal from you. And she would just sleep in my windowsill. So I lived in like the worst part of Italy you possibly can
Jeez.
imagine because it's all I could afford. And I was living with some of the top models in the world. Like these guys are like the faces of Cole Haan, the faces of Nautica, like Calvin Klein, like Giorgio Armani cologne, and we're all just living in this shitbox building, and it's just how it worked. And no one knows that about modeling, how crazy it really is.
Well, no,
So
I
I was
won't
ready to
pursue
get
it.
out.
I won't pursue it anymore then. I mean, I
Yeah,
think
dude, Matt,
I got a
I,
good
look,
good
I know you're gonna
chance.
have to break a lot of hearts. A lot of agents are gonna
Yeah.
be upset.
Well,
Just call Armani and tell him, listen, Giorgio, it's not gonna work.
I'm 5'9", 155 pounds, so I think I'm really what they're looking for right now. But
Oh man,
yeah,
You
I'm
could be a
all
model for
five
Century
nine.
21 real estate if you wanted.
yeah. I could be a
Wear
model
that
for
gold jacket and
for
stand
Baby
on
Gap.
Top Agent
No,
Mag.
yeah, dude. Honestly, you probably could play like a really good serial killer in a movie. Just that
Me?
stash alone. It's like, just tell us where the bodies are. And I could just see you just like, I don't know what you're
I
talking
think
about.
I think a lead cop from the fucking 80s. That's what
A
I'm
lead
thinking.
cop from the
Yeah,
80s. Yeah, something like that would be, oh,
We'll,
dude.
we'll see.
The quirky dad. I just, there's so many things that I think you could be typecasted for.
Serial killer, quirky dad, but not
Yeah,
a
serial
model.
killer,
Yeah,
quirky
Not a
dad.
model.
Real life, yeah, real life Ned Flanders, not a model. Okay, so you out of high school went and modeled for a couple years. When did you get into
Mhm.
real estate? And when you got back, and you just went
Yeah.
right into real estate from there?
So no, I actually, so when I got back, I traveled a little bit. I spent a lot of time in Aruba. So like my parents owned a lot of timeshare time. It's like months in Aruba and all over the place in Florida. So I went fishing, and I went and just vacationed on my own. Pretty much went everywhere I could and just chilled for like 2 years. Because I did make enough to, have a good lifestyle and just relax. But then I actually got into the car business. I was like, you know what? I need to make some money, because everything I was looking about real estate, because I don't want to make it all glamorous. It is the hardest fucking business in the world. You guys know that.
Yeah.
90% don't make it when they start. I mean, everybody that I started with, there's like 3 of them left. Like
Oh, dead.
everybody that I knew that like originally started. I mean, there's nobody really left. And I've only been doing this 2 years and 8 months. So,
Oh shit.
I see how fast people were just like going away from this. So I said, listen, I could have a lot of money saved. I ended up working for Jeep, Alfa Romeo. So I was out there just hustling Jeeps and Rams and doing anything I can. But I ended up becoming the top 100 in the Northeast of the country in sales. So like, I was like, damn, I'm really good at sales. Like I'm the number one guy at my place. I'm making a ton of money. I was doing really well. I'm like, I got this, because it's just going to translate into human interactions with people. That's what sales are. It's two people talking, coming to a meeting of the minds and making a deal on something. So it's just a different kind of product. It's not a $60,000 car. I'm now wanted to go into the big leagues with the millions, but I took a shot. So I was actually wanting to get into real estate, and I'm sitting there talking to a big real estate agent from New York, which I didn't know at the time. I won't name names, but he
Ryan
said to me,
Serhant, yeah.
no, not Ryan. Not Ryan. I hope him well.
Jimmy
Um,
from the show.
yeah, no. So he told me, he goes, Mike, you're so good at this, you have to get into real estate. I'm like, well, that's exactly what I want to do. Like, I've always wanted to get into real estate. I want to do this. So I finally just said, I'm going to take my test. And I did it. I got into it. Started at a different brokerage, was there for a week. I'm not a big hopper, so I don't like going around to different places. Took my test. Couldn't believe I passed the first time. Like, I am not good with like book smarts. I just like in school, it didn't really work out well. If I was passionate about it, I can learn and be really good. If I'm not passionate, it's just hard for me to really pay attention. That's just the way I am.
Yeah.
So, with this, I passed the first time, went to another brokerage for a week, and I started going after every builder. Like, the balls of me going into the Hamptons, which is one of the hardest markets in the country to sell. And I was just trying to call every builder and work with everybody. So ended up being, I finally got this one builder, and I'm literally 8 days in the business. He's like, he had to call the other agent and was like, this guy, Mike, is going to come to this. It's a $6 million house, by the way. He's going to share listings with you. He's going to share showings with you. So he's like, cultivate as many buyers as you can from it. Do whatever you want. The other brokerage was so impressed. They were like, we need you to come to us. We don't have no idea who the fuck you are, but it's like the Godfather, you keep your enemies close. So they thought they would just bring me in because it would make sense, because a kid doing in this 8 days already going after builders that they've been trying to go after for years. So I literally get a call like a few days after going with the brokerage from the CEO, Eddie Shapiro of Nest Seekers. the mind behind $1 Million Listing, Ryan's brokerage. And he pretty much said we had this new incredible idea and we think you'd be perfect. And first thing I thought was like, of course, it's because I was a model and it's going to be a TV show and that's what it is. So I knew what I was getting into. That like, listen, I'm not this superstar agent. They were catching us in the beginning of our careers, which was really cool and organic. So I knew what I was getting myself into, and I said, let me go for this and ride it as hard as I can. I was never a social media guy. I never really had any of this stuff. I used to watch podcasts like years ago and was like, I don't think this will be shit. And now it's like the biggest kind of form of media that's out there. So, I'm just amazed by everything that's been happening and pretty much how the show took off. It was very big on Netflix. It was like trending, like #1 for a long time.
Yeah. So
it was like us and Ozarks, which I was like, shit, that's
Ozark's
awesome.
fucking sick. Ozark's fucking sick.
Yeah. And the Breaking Bad movie came out around that time and we were staying top 10, man. We were sticking with those boys. It was crazy.
Yeah. So like a couple weeks in and you called to be on a TV show?
I'm sorry.
A couple weeks into real estate, you got a call to be on a real estate show.
Literally, yeah. No, my second weekend. So it's just like I've been very lucky through my life, like the modeling. I was just like this guy spraying people in the face, and then all of a sudden I do Ed Hardy, and then it turns into Milan. So and then this happens. I told my parents all the time I have a fucking shamrock up my ass, and I'm Italian, so it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it's just so weird. So, and I think it just comes with being like, I'm not trying to talk about myself here, but I'm a good guy. Like I'm not here I've never fucked over anybody. I'm just here to really just make good relationships, authentic relationships. If I don't like you, I just don't really spend time with you. I'm not that kind of guy. So, if I'm around you, that I want to be. So
thank God.
So for the 90% of agents listening that fail in their first few years, all you have to do is get recruited by Netflix to be on a trending show in your first 2 weeks of real estate.
Yeah.
And then I think you'll be good to go.
Pretty easy.
Dude, Eric, you know what? To be honest, man, it has totally catapulted my career. Like, things were okay and I was crawling. It was really hard to get anything. You know how the market was.
Yeah.
You know how the market. Yeah, dude. You guys know how the market was in 2018. It wasn't as crazy and robust as it is ever since the COVID-19. Yeah, and Manhattan's different, but they're starting to transact now like crazy too. But what happened in the Hamptons was unprecedented. Like what happened, I never seen before. It was just the influx of buyers have been crazy. And you have a $5 million home, you usually show like once in a while. You have lines of 25, 30 people lined up, and you got Porsches, Bentleys, Ferraris down the parking lot just parked, coming to see your house, and you're just like, what the hell is going on? So. This is the best time for agents to come in, which is we've actually added like a third of agents to Long Island. So it's been a little bit crazy. They all don't know what the fuck they're doing either, but they're still selling houses because anybody could right now. Mm-hmm. So it's just, it's an interesting time. It's a lot better now. I mean, the show has helped me tremendously with getting new listings. That's what has grown me completely. My Instagram, when I got the blue check mark, I was like, my wife, I'm like, what does this mean? She's like, what?
Everything.
I'm like,
yeah. How'd you get?
She's like, that's what she said. I'm like, what the fuck?
Can you bring us through that process? Because that's what we're really trying to get.
That's why we started the podcast. That's why we're doing everything.
I'm gonna DM my buddy. I'm gonna be like, listen, you got a buddy to be verified.
You got a buddy?
Yeah, we got to plug you guys.
Oh my God. Please, does he work at? Wait, real quick. I want to hear about this buddy. Does he work at Instagram?
Well, yeah. So so you usually get someone that reaches out to you, and then they kind of talk to you about everything that you have to do, and you have to go through this whole process. So when we get off, I'll show you guys how to apply and how it works.
Let's just get off right now and get
exactly.
Okay, thanks for coming on.
I've had so many people reach out and do this.
So have I.
Complete scam artists. Yeah. I've been scammed 3 times. Do not. I've straight up paid money to these morons. Well, I
haven't paid any money.
Dude, you don't have to pay shit to these people. So they all this is all they want. Instagram is mad legit when it comes to this. So all they want is they need to verify your license. So you have to take a picture of your license, send it in so they know they know it's you. But I think the reason why listen, I have 13,000 followers. You guys have like 250,000. So
Eric does. I have 18,000.
Yeah, don't include Matt in that. Matt is
well, Eric's the guy. Look at
right.
He's just killing it with those memes.
Yeah, I guess.
So Oh yeah, Matt's like, listen, I have a lot to do with that.
Yeah.
We know. You guys are
the
both
the
amazing.
ghostwriter. Yeah,
I'm the ghost.
You guys are big brain. You got big brain energy.
that's right.
So it's just
That's our book.
like
BBE, yeah.
yeah, that's your book, and you're gonna get sued by Ryan.
Yeah.
It'll be wonderful.
Hey, maybe he'll talk to us again then if he sees
Yeah,
us.
maybe. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, but I mean, you guys especially should be, I mean, verified. It's for sure. But it's really was an identity thing, I think, for me, because Instagram was freaking out. So when the show first aired, like it was an influx of people on my DMs because it was from people that were negative about the show and positive about it. You got both. You got people that are going to love you and hate you. If you can't understand that that's the business, then you're crazy and you shouldn't be in this business. So I knew that going into it from being in the modeling business as long as I was. And then obviously knowing and being prepared for what was to come. So like, we started seeing like I would search my name and it wouldn't before the blue check mark and it would be 80 new profiles made with my modeling pictures. So it was more of like a safety thing, I think, also with identity because I'm a public figure. I have a real estate business. I can't have people saying derogatory things or I curse all the fucking time. You could do that. I could do what I want. But like, you can't have a ton of these profiles out there and nobody can verify who is the actual guy from Netflix. So I think that's what kind of helped too. All these people trying to just use my modeling
fake
pictures.
profiles.
So we need to get
fake.
Okay, we'll need your blue check contact.
Yeah,
and
Matt.
Your Netflix contact.
Your
and maybe
Netflix
we're onto
contact, and then
something.
we need people creating fake accounts for us as well.
Yeah.
So, that's exactly I was going to tell you guys. I was like, probably just have a ton of people make just have a bunch of like Matt and Eric faces just like holding each other, just like in every picture.
The problem is
start DMing people for the like social security numbers.
Exactly.
You'll probably get verified.
I need someone just creating a bunch of fake memes that are shitty real estate memes. So then it's like they're trying to be me, but they're not exactly me.
Bro, they
like
would know right away if it wasn't I know right away when I see a real estate meme if it's a broke agent meme. I'm not even kidding. I'm like, that's that
I'm
top
like, tier shit.
I'm like,
right,
this
Matt?
is fucking trash. And I'm like, it's not. And then I'm like, this is gold and it's fucking broke agent. I'm just like, they know.
Thank you.
I mean, it's honestly hilarious. Like it is the funniest shit. And it makes it like gets me through my day. Cause we deal with a lot and you guys all know that it's just like, from what do I drink to make me calm down from the day?
Exactly.
Like what could stop me from waking up at 2:00 in the morning? Like I thought I was haunted for a moment. So like I would wake up not 2:00. I wake up at 3:00 in the morning. All the time I was really stressed about this closing, right? So my crazy ass Googles 3:00 and 3:00 is the hour of the dead. So that's a time where everyone in the world is like sleeping. So it's a time where it's the most haunted. Like I know it's random and weird. So like I was going into all this and I'm just like, real estate is turning me into a psychopath. Like I should get a tinfoil hat and just wear it because like I'm getting paranoid of the weirdest shit when I'm just worried about a deal closing.
Probably that baby Yoda perched over your shoulder.
Yeah.
That you're worried about.
Yeah, and then baby Yoda and the weird ass dolls my kid has.
Yeah.
It opens and closes his eyes. I don't like those dolls.
Well, I'm fucking terrified now. So if I wake up at 3 a.m. tonight, I'm fucking calling you. I'm FaceTiming
bro, you're telling me that's not scary?
Oh my god,
like,
terrible.
Yeah,
it's like it's psychotic.
Wait, kid.
Like how are kids loving this?
Yeah.
Like my Cabbage Patch Kids were adorable.
Right. Like, yeah, just had little beanie babies, like Inch the Inchworm. He's not making some psychotic face.
For those who are just listening, it was a shark.
Yeah.
For those just listening, it was a shark.
It was a shark. So the show, how much? I think it's always a question. Like, how long does it take to film? Is it really?
Oh, it sucks.
Is it real? Like, is it all? Are the producers telling you like, okay, go fucking start something with Noel, or?
No. So everything Noel. His name is Noel.
Okay.
In the beginning, he called himself Noel.
Yeah.
So it was a really tough situation for me to control myself. So, what the producers loved is I was like completely just being me. I mean, the way we talk is like how I am on the show.
Yeah.
Like there's not one bit of difference of the way I speak or anything. And that's what made it easy for me because it was a really stressful thing to film. Like I was trying to close on properties, deal with shit, and on top of it, film like every single day. And then the more they saw how I was on camera, the more they requested me to film on these. I was like, shit. I'm like, I'm getting deep in this.
Yeah, because you
So
and Peggy are like the leads, I would say. You have probably the most screen time.
you know, it's a bit of screen time. And it's because of, you know, a lot of the situations that happen that naturally happen during that like time period. Of course, they make it bigger than they were. Like normal situations, I just be like, you mother, what the fuck is going on? Like, and when we ended in the office, or we would just talk on the phone because honestly, we're all out there remotely. Like we're busy. We're all driving all over the place with clients. We don't sit in an office all day. And it's just what they have to do, like Selling Sunset, all these other
Yeah.
shows, to get that scene, you know, of everyone in the office on their computers where there's zero fucking Wi-Fi. And it's just it's a stage and it's what you have to do, but it's all real shit that we're talking about. But it was just really hard being in there because sometimes the Wi-Fi would be bad. In the Hamptons, it gets really tough in cell phone service, and clients are trying to reach you and you're filming at the same time. And so, like, you know, the moments you catch me, you know, if you saw the whole show, me talking with another agent about square footage and how this is wrong. It's a hotel. It's almost $15 million. I'm like, this is a mess. And like, I was on the phone before filming even started. So what they did was they just came in the door with the camera and just started filming me before we were even supposed to start. Like I was mic'd up and everything,
Oh,
but
okay.
like,
Oh, so that's
so
like
they
real.
mic you up right away. So, no, everything is real. I mean, literally nothing was staged or made up.
Even when the
crazy.
seller, so like we watched the
Patty?
first few episodes. So yeah, so when Patty
The
walks
doggy
in,
style.
and this is the most
Oh, that's
it's the most
all real.
classic real estate show drama when the seller walks into an open house and is all pissed off and then
Yeah.
starts bringing down the energy. So you're telling me that she organically just showed up to the open house, had no idea about the staging,
And that was
actually
that was
pissed, and that
real.
was all 100% real?
Absolutely 100,000,000% real.
Wow.
Not one bit contrived. There was no second takes. That's why the show went where it did.
Yeah.
It did so well with tens of millions of views, tens of millions. Is because like everything was really organic because we were all just a bunch of donkeys. Like we're just like we were just thrown in the middle of this. We had no experience of acting. I was a model. I just fucking stood there and like flexed my abs, you know. And I can get into the dieting if you guys want to hear the extreme dieting I had to do at some point. But the real thing with Patty was like I was out there, so like I had everything set up. We had Patron, like all the Patron bottles. Patron was involved in the party. So I got a bunch of amazing Mexican food from this place called Sabrosa, which is like some of the best around. It's like the Chipotle of the Hamptons. So like, you know, it was like a really cool vibe open house. I'm outside and all of a sudden I remember her coming in. She was supposed to show up a little later. Now I'm sure, you know, it's a TV show, had him show up right at that moment. And, you know, you want the buyers to be there. You know how it is, dude. You don't want your seller there when you're touring buyers.
Yeah.
You just don't want it. So it's a huge no-no. So I woke up and I saw her face and I knew she was going to be pissed because the staging was not to her taste and I knew it wasn't going to work out. And as soon as she saw it, I just tried to sell her on the whole purpose of everything and what made sense. And of course, the famous scene, which everybody talks to me about,
The doggy
is when we
style.
go upstairs after to rectify the situation.
Yeah.
And then she finds out she can't have sex doggy style on the bed.
And her line, yeah, that line, that's like her only line.
It came out of
It's-
nowhere.
yeah.
That was because I think that was first episode, and you didn't
Yeah.
really
People
hear
were
much-
very surprised.
You didn't really hear much cursing or anything before, so you're kind of, you know, in that $1 million listing mindset. And then out
Yeah.
of nowhere, she's like, "Well, how are you supposed to fuck on this bed?"
Yeah.
I was just like, "Wait, what?"
I know. I liked how raw it was. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's not, yeah, you can say fuck. Like, it's good.
You
And
can
that's what
say
Selling
anything.
Sunset does well too. Like, but you even more so, like Eric said, like, you know, they can't fuck doggy style. Like, that's a whole different.
And I showed how you could.
Oh,
Yeah.
we saw it, yeah.
Oh, we
like,
saw
I'm
you.
like, she just
Yeah.
lays there and you fuck it and you fuck.
Right.
I mean, come on. I mean, it's just like, but like, this is the crazy stuff that's true that just like you and your sellers or buyers have. It's you have really fun, interesting personalities you work with, and when you have that kind of money, you don't give a shit what people think.
True.
Yeah.
You just speak
So-
your mind.
Okay. So are there any characters that were like made up for the
Contrived.
show at all?
No.
Like,
You-
because
the-
there's
the
some.
guy-
No, you know, in the beginning when I was just so amazed with Noel, I was like, this has got to be fake, this guy. But Noel is Noel.
Yeah.
well, not the
And
guys in
Oh, not
not the guys
Noel.
in your office.
Yeah, Eric, you have that one guy.
Yeah,
you-
I think it was at your open house in the first episode, or maybe I don't know which one it was, but this guy walks in that was clearly just supposed to be like a finance bro, and he had his glasses on, and I think you got him a cocktail like right off the bat or something like that. And I was
Yeah.
like, "There's no fucking way this guy's real." Like he was so contrived. It was like the perfect Hamptons guy.
Yeah, but
And
dude, honestly, over here, it's like it's a weird world.
So that okay.
So these are
all-
even
all real.
Peggy's. So Peggy's buyer, who she brought through Noel's house, the $35 million house, that guy is
yeah.
like a real guy.
Peggy's a powerhouse, man. She knows some big time people.
So that guy's
so
asking about the acoustics of the.
that was great.
yeah, the double pane. I mean, come on. So some of the stuff it can be a little bit ridiculous and abrasive. A lot of times you just give them a list of all the shit because, I mean, all these idiots out here that say they know every bit of finishes and that they fucking don't. You're lying to yourself. Okay, you think that's quartzite? It could be quartz. It could be porcelain. You don't know what finish. It's mosaic. Is it herringbone?
I don't know any of those.
Some of these people, yeah, it's unbelievable. Like some of these people say shit. I'm just like, just if you don't know what you're talking about, just don't say it and just give a list.
Yeah,
So
I would just have a blank showing the entire time. I loved how JB was walking through and he was pointing out to the buyer. He's like, "Yeah, this could be the living room or the family room," and the buyer's like, "Yeah, or the dining room."
Yeah, he's like, this would be the
That-
dining
that-
room.
it was so relatable
He's like,
because
"Oh,
there's
yeah."
there's so many times where I'm showing a house and I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, or I'm pointing out something and the buyer just completely disagrees with me. And that
Yeah.
feeling is what I really enjoyed about the show, is that it seems like a lot of the people in the show didn't 100% know what the hell they were talking about. Like Noel during that showing.
Yeah.
And that was good to
It's
see
refreshing.
because
Yeah.
that's super relatable. Even though it was a $35 million house, this guy's asking him questions, like Matt said, about the acoustics or that art
Acoustics.
piece. And Noel's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I like that aspect. It was
Yeah.
it resonated.
And it's so funny, man. I've dealt with some of the most seasoned brokers, right? The most seasoned brokers, the top producers, the number one this on their Instagram, all that shit, right? And I see them present homes. And I'm like, how the hell do you sell as much as you do if this is the passion you put into selling?
Yeah.
Because I'm not selling $1 billion like you are. Every single person I've come in, I put on a fucking show. That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, why? I'm like, I don't know how, I don't know if passion's getting lost in some people. And, there is a change in guard. You're noticing a change. Like I even talk about on the show with JB when we go longboarding in the beginning.
Yep. I
You
remember
know,
that scene.
It's like, it's a time where you're seeing a difference. Like we shot that right in front of his family home. We used to, that's where we played as kids. So there's so much realness on this show. It's unbelievable. And, it's just, I don't know where the hell I was going with that. I was saying something else. I don't know. Let's move on.
That's pretty cool though that you
Let's move on.
I love how you
forgot.
just fucking you're like
Dude,
just fucking abort.
yeah, dude, literally. How many times you shut down? I shut down mentally like 5 times. Damn, I'm just like, "Dirt." I'm like in the middle of talking. I'm just like, wait,
Malfunction.
what?
It
I don't
is
even know what deal I'm talking about. I'm just like,
Right.
what the hell is
Yeah.
going on?
It is cool though that like you and JB are actual friends from high school and now you're on a fucking Netflix show.
Dude, he's like my brother. I love him to
That's
death.
sick.
I'd do anything for him. Yeah, no, he
Crazy.
truthfully is like a brother to me. I trust him. I respect him. He's doing amazing work. He's doing amazing things. We're different, with our Instagrams. We're totally different when it comes to everything. Like, I have more just like really family photos taken with my phone. He gets, these professional photo shoots. It's incredible what he's doing with his. Just, we have 2 different authentic brands. His brand is that really polished, like, if you want that perfect agent, like this is the guy, there's great pictures, but like I'm more of that, and I'm not saying it's real, but just that organic kind of way of doing Instagram, because I also am a family man. I got a baby, a wife that does really well. She owns her own big local business out here, which people don't know in the show. They're like, oh, she's just as spoiled. No, she's not at all. She works her ass off. She makes some great money in her family business, and it's it's completely a team effort with me and her. You know, she's a woman boss. So I talked about that with Dan on his show. It's just like people think it's just me. It's absolutely not. It's a group effort. So, you know, we're really blessed. But it's a fuckload of work. You know how it is.
Yeah. I
Have
mean,
you have you done business with Dan? Or like, do you know him outside of real estate?
So it's so funny. Me and Dan first just met through Instagram. So as soon as the show took off, like we just started organically talking. And then I was like, I respect what you're doing. Oh, I respect what you're doing. But I mean,
Respect.
yeah, it's just respect all the way around.
Adam
And me and
Sandler
him are,
skit.
dude, yeah, we're like this.
Do you remember that Adam Sandler skit, Respect?
Yes.
Do you?
Are you talking
No,
about
I don't.
I'm talking about from like his first comedy album, and it's like a bunch of mafia guys just saying respect all the time.
No,
it
no,
won't
no,
translate well to this podcast, but the reference was funny.
Yeah.
I thought
No
it was
one
the SNL bro thing by the pool with Chris Farley. It was like for a beer thing. It was like really, it's like respect. It was like
Right.
I don't know if you saw that old beer commercial. It's really funny. It's like Schweppes I don't know what the hell it's called, but
Yeah.
it's a funny commercial. But yeah, no, me and JB's everything's organic. Like my relationship with him, everything that happened with me and Noel, just like, you know, some people just get on my fucking nerves, and it's just, it is what it is. And then same thing would happen with Peggy. It's just I couldn't hide the way I felt. So like anytime we were filming, of course, the only thing that was set up was like, okay, if we have a beef or a problem, we're gonna handle it on camera instead of making the calls, obviously. So like that's the only thing that had to be produced, was how to schedule the issues and schedule the problems and talk about those problems. You know, obviously you saw I was very open on the show. So, you know, they were able to use me to open up certain conversations. Like, you know, the boat scene, I hired a boat. I mean, I literally got the boat, and it's our boat. It's an S-Seeker boat. And we took them out and had some charcuterie boards. That was disgusting. That cost like $400 and it tastes like shit. And, you know, we tried to hash a lot of this stuff out. But, you know, some things were successful, some things weren't.
Are
But
you
it was.
are you doing, because it's a pretty short show? Are you signed on? Do you know anything about another season or anything like that?
Yes. So unfortunately, you know how that stuff works. Can't really talk about what's going on.
Yeah, well, we're
But,
number
you know,
one real estate podcast of all time. So
I know you are the biggest real estate podcast in the world.
In the
Okay.
entire universe.
We,
So if
we
you
don't
wanna
look at
break
stats.
if you want to break it, you can break it here.
You could
Listen,
come
I
back
think
on and break it when it comes.
Bro, I think
fruition.
what's going to happen is you guys are going to sign on the Social Blade after this, and our numbers are just going to go fucking to the roof.
Right back up. Right back.
I love looking at you. You ever go to socialblade.com?
No, what is social?
No,
blade?
what is that?
Oh, what?
What is it?
What is it?
Guys, really?
Fuck,
I mean,
don't
I'm
know.
sure I'll become
You can
obsessed
literally
with it.
look you can look your YouTube channel up. You
Mhm.
can see the analytics. You can see how much you're making on
Mhm.
any YouTuber. So it's just like really cool to see.
Is it
You
just
can see-
YouTube, or can you see Instagram, Facebook, Twitter?
I think it's just YouTube, but I think actually, you know what? You might be able to switch the options, but I always look at YouTube and see what the real estate guys are making when they're, you know, starting their own channels and doing that
Right.
stuff. Because, like, I thought about it, but I'm like, you know what? That'd be so forced, because that's just not me right now. Like, I'm
Doing
not
the
that guy that's
vlog.
gonna be like open the door and be like, "Hey, I'm Michael Fulfree," and like
Right.
fucking walk around and. Like I got to take care of my child and still close deals at the same time. I'm in the middle of three closings. It's like $11 million worth of deals. So I got both sides on 2 of the 3. So I
Damn.
mean, major commissions that I just need to focus on. It's like, it's hard for me to do a million things at once. That's why I'm
Yeah,
getting a few people, like, you know, they say, I'm building my team. Like, you know,
Yeah.
I'm getting my team together because I like literally cannot do it without help. So Cassidy and Trenton are listening to this, I'm sure, and will be. You know, they'll be new members. They just got their New York State licenses. So they're like my little babies. And now I have something to worry about now. So like, I got to figure out how I can maximize their careers as much as I can, because people understand. I'm sure some people don't give a shit, but when you start a team, it's like, wow, now you're responsible for like 2 other people's careers. It's like
Yep.
they're hoping that you'll bring them business and they can piggyback off you. So, you know, at first my experience, I was like, oh, dope, I'm building a team. And then right when I started, I was like, you know what, dude, their livelihoods, like they're here for me and for this opportunity. So I really got to show out for them. So, you know, it's been a lot of stress with that. You know, I have a lot of insecurities when it comes to that stuff.
Are they joining the
Right through
team
it.
Is this Jimmy's team or is this your specific team?
It's just going to be so the Fulfree team. I think we're
Okay.
just going to go with the Fulfree
Sick.
team.
Nice.
You know, I was thinking about like just a different name, not even having my name in there, but all the cool names are taken right now.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I couldn't think of anything.
Maybe
I was
we'll
like,
think of something for you. Maybe we'll try.
no,
and come up with
I know exactly. Some will come up, bro. Like
Fulfree's a
like
cool
nip it in
name,
the
though.
bud.
And just
No,
use
yeah,
your
no,
model
Fulfree-
picture from 10 years ago. Just use
Yeah,
that
just
fucking
10 years
black
ago.
and white model photo you had.
Yeah, I'm gonna catfish everybody.
Seems like you've
I'm
looked
just
at
gonna
that a
look
lot,
like
man.
I still
Catfish
have,
with
like,
your
an
own
8-pack.
photo.
Yeah, I catfish people with what I used to look like. I mean, no, I mean, like, I'm not in bad shape now. I'm like, because being 6'5" has its advantages. Like, you could be 250 and look great. Like,
Yeah.
so I'm like, 250. I don't look great, but I just gotta turn this soft into hard. You know what I mean? I gotta get a little, I gotta get in the gym a little bit. But it's that quarantine. It's that being a dad. It's all that shit, man.
It's a lot, man.
It's
Well,
stressful.
I mean, I'm excited. Hopefully, there's another season because, like I said, I was watching it last night I was telling my wife I was watching it for work, and
Research purposes.
Yeah, research only. And then I was like, holy fuck, this is good. And then she started coming over and she was watching it. She's like, oh, well, now I want to watch it. I was like, well, this is fucking my work. So, I mean, I don't.
So get out of
Oh,
here.
yeah,
And then,
I'd be like,
and then we watched pretty much the whole thing.
dude, that's so great.
Yeah, she was loving it. And I was telling her, I was like, oh, Mike is definitely my favorite. And I didn't know if I just liked you because I knew you're coming on, and maybe I would have thought you're a fucking asshole before. But
Yeah. Some people think I'm an asshole, bro.
no, there's no way. You're a nice dude on it. Like,
I know, but
you're
I
very
get that.
funny.
I get that bro thing. Like, oh, you're just that typical bro. I'm like, fuck you. Then I'm a typical bro.
Yeah, who
I'm
cares?
happy to be a bro. Like,
Dan messaged me before and said he's one of us.
But yeah, well, you can tell just talking. Like, it's
One
just
of us, great.
super organic, right?
yeah, dude. Because we're not robots.
Yeah, exactly. And
I mean, there's people on here that when they speak with you, they're just contriving their words. It's all
yeah,
bullshit.
trust me, we know.
You guys know that.
couple.
You know when you're
Yes.
talking to somebody, everything's someone selling you something.
Yeah,
I'm fucking sick of it.
yeah.
I'm sick of it.
I know.
I think it's stupid. I think it's a waste of time. I mean, fucking Yoda has more personality than some of the people that are doing really well in real estate.
Yeah, can we interview him after this? Just have it in front of the mic.
Dude, yeah, you can just have a little
Float.
talk with big black eyes. I love him.
Yeah.
Well,
He's a
dude,
cool
it's
little guy.
it's awesome, man. I'm gonna finish it up tonight, and I hope there's a season 2. If you need any fillers, Eric and I are good. Just
Yeah,
come
dude,
on
Yeah,
set.
we'll fly out to the Hamptons.
Yeah, we'll
bro.
fly out.
Wait, are
people
you
how
both
much- how little
LA
we know.
based?
No,
Or
he's
you-
LA. I'm Toronto, Canada.
Oh, dude, I knew there was like some Canada humor in you. Dude, I love the Canadian boys. Like, so Nelk,
Yeah, the Nelk boys.
Yeah.
so I support this guy Brett, who I love to death. He's battling cancer, doing a great job. He's kicking ass, and Nelk always, we did a video for them. So Kyle's a great guy, and everything that they do, and the following that they have, and the time that they still give to people, bro, is amazing.
Yeah.
Of course, they're very salacious and they're crazy, and the young kids, but still, what they do is incredible, bro. I like Canada's sick, dude. Like, I wouldn't even be inside right now. I'd be snowmobiling, because you guys are from LA and Canada. Have you been to the Hamptons?
No,
Oh,
I've been
I
to
would
New
love
York a couple of times for like Yankees games and stuff.
Yeah, I've
but
been to New
haven't-
York.
Haven't been to
dope.
the Hamptons.
Yeah.
Matt, you look like you haven't left your house in 2 years.
I fucking
You
well,
look
I
like you
haven't,
just live in that room.
I haven't the last fucking year. I haven't.
I've only talked to you and you're always in that room.
Yeah.
It's my fucking studio.
Yeah, hey,
It's
relax.
not the
man.
fucking
I'm
over
just-
ass thing, you motherfucker.
I mean,
Hey, Matt,
yeah.
take it easy, all right?
yeah.
Maybe build a baby room, and it'll be more inviting, all right?
I at least switch rooms sometimes during the podcast. Like,
Okay,
I'll go
whose
in
room
the
looks more
kitchen.
professional, Mike? I'm trying to have a
Dude,
fucking
yours.
Yeah,
full
mine looks like a
operation.
mental institution. Like
I got a sign.
I got a fucking
Yeah.
sign.
Eric is always by the window where he can just jump out of if he has to.
That's
Yeah.
the goal exactly.
I
I'm
If
have
you're
a
sick of
window right
Matt-
here. I have a window right here.
Do you? It looks like you're in a dungeon.
I know because
you
it's
look like you're in the lower level.
You honestly, you know what you look like? What with the over ass? It's like roasting Matt time, but
Yeah,
it looks like
come
you're
at
the
me.
beginning of you're the beginning of an escape room where you're like, hey, welcome to the escape room with the key in the background, and it's just like these are your instructions.
This
It also
is
looks like
fucking.
It
I
also
u-
looks like you're hooked up to like a saw kind of mechanism thing
You have
that you're
to
gonna
say
have to like
fuck-
no, but like with
Yeah,
the
you have to-
the
yeah.
robot stuff behind you, it looks like you're gonna have to like dig a key out of your eye or something. To get out
Yeah,
of
it's
that
like,
room.
You know
listen, we implanted the key in your balls.
Both you, both you motherfuckers.
You have a razor.
I YouTubed how to fucking do this setup for 5 fucking hours. I have a light here. I have 2 lights behind me. A fucking
Right.
light over here. This is real deal. Okay, you know,
Can you
if you don't
open
like
that
it,
door? Can you open that door just to see if there's anything beyond it?
that's my furnace.
Oh, it's your furnace. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
It's just a concrete wall.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
It's just all brick.
It's just another room that looks exactly like that.
yeah, but yeah. Anyways, you guys can all go fuck yourself.
my
Have a good day. Okay. But Mike,
But
seriously,
Look,
man.
I like
Holy
your setup,
shit.
Matt. It's
Yeah,
a good
thank you.
setup.
Thanks for
Nah,
coming
dude,
on. Thanks for roasting
no,
me.
you're a legend, Matt.
Well,
And
I
Eric, you're a
appreciate it.
legend.
Hey, you're a
You have
legend.
no idea
Yeah, so are
how
you.
awesome it is. I hope this is like a continuing relationship where we could check in with each other every, let's say if there's other seasons,
Right.
before.
Absolutely.
Sounds
know.
like there's other seasons.
Sounds like there might be other seasons.
I don't know. No,
Okay.
I can't confirm. I literally know nothing. I know
Know
nothing.
nothing.
I'm just
Yeah.
here selling real estate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
What?
all
Well, I
that
hope there
matters.
is because I do really enjoy the show. And yeah,
That's
maybe throw
awesome,
me
man.
a follow on Instagram. I followed you, didn't get it back.
Wait.
but that's all
I'm
right.
gonna
No,
do it right.
no issues, man. That's fine. You're a
Yeah,
busy
talk
guy.
some
You're
more.
you're
No,
very
no. It totally. Your butt hurt, and I respect that. What should I get you under the Leonetti? Just a Matt
yeah,
Leonetti.
yeah, Matt.
Very
dot-
dramatic. This is very dramatic.
Oh,
Leonetti.
the everyone talks about the
dude, the pondering man.
Yeah,
It's like
it's mystique. It's
it's
mystery
very.
right there.
It's kind of sexy. It's kind of like he might have like a really cute dog and take long walks.
I
He does.
appreciate it.
He's
Yeah,
got a cute dog.
Very cute dog. His name's Bowie. Yeah, very cute.
Well,
I
the broke
appreciate
agent,
that.
I definitely am following. I'm following the broke agent. I would not,
There we
not
go.
follow the broke agent.
Okay, well,
Yeah, that would be.
I mean,
I'm gonna text you
Eric,
after this
you-
for that verification guy for the hookup.
yeah, well, we're gonna
Yeah,
stay
dude.
right on. Oh, there you are.
Yeah,
Okay, I got you.
I just followed you, bro.
Okay, good.
And you got
What a
18,001
love fest this
followers.
is.
Yeah,
Dude, this is what we do. It's what
Yeah.
we're here to uplift all each other, bro. This is
yeah.
and you guys are like uplifting me. Honestly, I look up to you guys. Like I just have Netflix show. I just got a chance.
Just have a
You-
Netflix show.
Yeah,
Yeah, no. But think about it. You guys, both of you, have grinded your asses off and done this organically. Like I was given a platform before Netflix. I had 300 followers. I would get 12 likes on a picture. No one gave a shit.
yeah.
So it's always like remember where you came from and what's been handed to you, and appreciate it. So like you guys have done it organically. So you guys are really the ones to applaud and fucking keep killing it and bringing these people on, because I saw you guys had Ryan on, and then you had what's his name on, who's a huge investor from LA.
Maurizio, you man.
Yeah, he's
Agency.
amazing, bro. He's amazing.
Yeah, he crushes.
Yeah, he's unreal.
Crushes.
Yeah.
Savage and handsome as fuck.
Oh,
Like,
Yeah, he is.
handsome as
He's
ever.
got he's got such a smooth voice too. He's got
Yeah,
that like
I feel like I'm
It's
gonna.
called
Kinda, I
accent.
think I'm gonna age kind of like him, so I'm looking
Yeah.
forward. Yeah,
yeah, I would hope to age like him, but
Yeah.
he's a
Yeah.
fine wine. But in
he
Italian,
is.
Italians say this a lot. And Matt, I don't know if this translates over to Canada, but we
Okay.
call it the olive oil voice.
okay,
When
yeah,
somebody can have that kind of smooth
Yeah.
way about him, it's
Oh,
the
it's-
olive oil voice.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
just remember
absolutely.
that one.
I will.
Next time you want to drop a gem and like you're in some Canada, well, actually you have a wife.
I'll say.
But
yeah,
if you
I
just
will.
like talking to somebody, like, listen, you have an olive oil voice, and just
Yeah.
see if they're just like they look at you like you're an asshole, or they actually understand what you mean.
Okay.
But it's a compliment.
All right. Well, I'll let you know how that goes.
Okay.
Okay.
all right,
Well, dude,
okay. Well, see you later.
Yeah. Well,
Honestly,
all right.
dude, we appreciate you.
Good pivot, Matt.
I'm
Yeah.
excited for the possible next season, and yeah, we're gonna stay connected, and
Yeah, man.
we're gonna figure out how to get us all verified. Well, you're gonna figure
Exactly.
out
Yeah,
how to get
no,
us
dude.
verified.
I'm gonna help you the most I
As
can.
soon as we
start
stop
making
recording.
some fake profiles.
Okay,
Yeah,
sweet.
we just
That's
need
what we'll
to-
be doing.
Let's have your new team just work on that. Just the broker
No,
agent,
just
the brokest
call-
agent, just a bunch of
Call,
them popping
call
up.
me right after this, right when we hang up, and I'm just gonna tell you guys what to do real quick.
Okay.
I'll
right.
just
Well, I'm
stop
gonna
this
check the March
recording.
Madness scores first.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
just gonna
just stop
stop
the recording.
recording and we can just talk right now.
Yeah, stop recording.
Yeah, do that.
You guys all take care now. Thanks for listening.